people are always asking me, like, what is your self-care routine at nighttime? Like, right? Because everyone's always talking about what they do in the morning. And, so a lot of people might know some of my morning routine. If you don't, you can check it out on my blog. But I wanted to go into like some cool things that you can do to practice self-care at night. I'm not going to be like most of the self-care routine videos that you've probably seen before. True self-care is not just bubble baths and candles. Yes, that can be a great part of a self-care routine, but there's so much more if you just go much more deeper. Lighting a couple of candles and running a bath with salts is a good thing to add to your self-care routine. But true self-care should be much more than that. It should be about what's on the inside, right? Not so much on the outside. I feel like especially women, but there are some men that do this too. But for mostly women, we feel like we are our avatar, right? Even as a young child, they're like, okay, you identify with your body or with your looks or maybe with your personality or like what you do or your favorite hobbies, right? Like, I'm a short, skinny, curly hair girl with blue eyes. No, that is not who you are, right? That's part of your facade. And it's important to keep our bodies clean and well kept because, this is our technology while we're here exploring Earth. But we should never identify with our looks or even our personalities. You're the soul, right? The soul that's living inside of this body is what you are. So what do you like to do for you, the soul? Now this is going to be a bit more into some of the things that I do, but I'm also going to talk about some stuff that people have told me that they like to do, and I know people who practice some of these self-care routines. And they work wonders for them. So take this with a grain of salt. If you find one that resonates with you, that's great. I've accomplished what I've set out to do. Okay, so if you have an exercise routine during the day, you can still implement one at night. There are great evening yoga poses and qigong style sessions, right, that you can do in the evenings to wind down. And, some you can even do in your pajamas or your sweatpants, right? You want to stay clear of like the energizing poses, but some slow yin style restorative yoga or qigong will really help you wind down and relax before you get ready for bed. Next, you can watch a favorite like TV show, like something to make your soul feel good right before you go to bed. When I'm in these kind of like self-care moods, I actually do watch TV, which is super super rare. I don't watch a lot of TV, other than the cartoons on during the day. But um, I really, if I'm really feeling into a bit of self-care, I will turn on something to make my soul happy. This is things like Friends or Parks and Recreation, right? Just laugh with yourself for like an hour or two. It's so good for you to laugh, and it's a great thing to add to your self-care routine. If you don't know anything that, like, if you don't have like funny TV shows or movies, then find maybe one of your favorite stand-up comedians and turn that on, or maybe like some simple South Park or Family Guy or something like that. Whatever it is that you find funny and you don't have to pay a lot of attention to. Get you some good belly laughs in there and add that as part of your favorite nighttime routine. And since this is like fall, which is the best season ever, let's make it Halloween or fall related TV, right? It'll be so much fun. Okay, so now the next thing you want to do is if you have a spiritual practice of any kind, it's a great time to get into that at night for your self-care routine. So like meditation, prayer time, write in your journal, maybe do some shadow work or inner child work, right? Maybe do some ancestral healing, maybe some meditations, like guided meditations. Maybe pull out your tarot cards, right? Do a little spread, whatever spiritual or faith-based practices, read whatever, like your Bible or whatever book that goes with your specific religion or spiritual practice that you have. And maybe you could even try doing like a gratitude practice. All of these are a really good way to give yourself true care in the evenings. Next, maybe you want to tap into like some mindfulness techniques. Maybe you do one of your favorite chill out hobbies like scrapbooking or sewing, or maybe like crocheting or making something. I like to get into crafts in the evenings and just have fun. Like maybe if you're used to doing crafts with the kids, it's a good time to have like that me time and do some adult crafting, right? So maybe get out your Cricut, or maybe if you don't like crafts, figure out a new skill or a new hobby to learn. Pick up an instrument. and learn how to play. Like, I have a tongue drum, and it is so relaxing just to sit and play, intuitively at night. That takes me to my next thing, which is music. I don't think like sad, making you cry all night music or screaming and getting you pumped up is a good idea, right? In the evening, because you want to wind down. But mellow jams that really relax you, and you can turn them on like at a reasonable level, maybe not blast them super loud, and just relax, right? Maybe not Limp Bizkit, that kind of thing. Okay, so then next you want to maybe make your favorite herbal teas, right? I like loose leaf teas at night, and I think it's really good to have things like chamomile, skullcap, lemon balm, raspberry leaf, marshmallow, mugwort, any of these type, really any kind of tea that you enjoy. It's like an energizing tea. Again, you don't want it to drink a bunch of caffeine at night, especially if you're sensitive to caffeine. Next, you want to cuddle up with a good book, especially if you like really enjoy reading, and that's part of your self-care practice. Is just to find something you really like to read. Maybe wear some comfy pajamas or have a robe night. I just love to cuddle up in my robe. It just feels so good. And you can always you can show your body love, right? I'm not saying don't, but it should be more than just about your body. Maybe spend some time in nature, like after dark. Okay, it's a whole different vibe outside at night, right? When the sun goes down versus when the sun comes up. I like to try to get outside during both of these times, like sunrise and sundown, so that I can soak up some of that really good energy that comes from both. Maybe try cooking. If cooking relaxes you, maybe cook something small or bake something. We recently got rid of our microwave, so my new favorite thing at night is to make like Amish country popcorn on the stove, like they used to in the old days. Like my great grandma used to make for me when I was a kid. It's so much better than the bag stuff, and it's better for you too, right? But something about using the stove more, right? And cooking anything. Like I love just not using the microwave. It's just so much better. And that's just a form of self-care for me personally. Not everybody likes to cook. I understand that. So like if you don't like to cook, then it might cause you more anxiety to do that. Don't do that, right? Find something else that you like to do, like maybe cleaning or folding clothes. And if that's the case, you can come over here and fold my clothes, and I will cook for you because I can't stand folding clothes. Okay, so next, like if you're into doing like rituals, then maybe practice your rituals. Like there are some good times, like full moon or new moons. Those are good times to practice some rituals. And you don't have to be anything crazy. Maybe just get something out that makes you feel good. Maybe light some candles, incense, burn some sage or Palo Santo. Get your crystals out. Maybe take them outside and charge them under the moon. Set some new intentions and some positive affirmations for the month. The next thing I want to talk about is to declutter, okay? So even if you just clean out like a drawer, it is so good for your self-care to declutter. Being in a messy house or a messy room will literally cause the nerves on the inside of your body to just be frazzled, right? So clean the room you're in, declutter a room, declutter a closet, declutter like just a drawer, anything this fall. See how much better it makes you feel. I have a pro tip too. If you have like trouble sleeping at night, besides getting rid of the radiation and EMFs, a great way to help you sleep is to never let there be anything underneath your bed. I learned this from feng shui, and I'm telling you, if I don't have anything under my bed anymore, and I feel like I sleep so much better. That and like, the internet's hardwired, but, and my phone isn't in the bedroom. But I'm telling you, just don't have anything under your bed, not even like house shoes, and I swear you'll sleep so much better. Okay, and then the last thing I want to mention as part of your fall self-care routine at night is to get rid of technology in the evening, right? Do a digital detox. This includes your phone, guys. Okay, so put it up for like 2 or 3 hours. Complete digital detox and maybe read or make bracelets or learn a new hobby. Just see how good it feels to pull away from the computers, the TV, the tablets, the phones, all of this, synthetic stuff, and see how good you really feel.